Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Candroid Crypto. So I did end up selling my little GTX 550 Ti, and I sold my GTX 660 as well the other day. So technically, this little mining frame that I'm putting together, and this motherboard specifically, is pretty much idle. It doesn't have any friends. It's got no graphics cards. It doesn't have anything. Same as this little motherboard here. It's sitting here, it's idle. So yeah, we need to address that, guys. And I picked up a new video card yesterday. Let's go take a look at the unboxing and I'll show you what I picked up. Check it out, guys. I picked this up yesterday. It is an MSI Armor Edition RX570, and this is an 8 gig card. I did make sure when I picked it up that it wasn't a 4 gig card. And I paid $300 Canadian for this card. I think it's an absolute great deal, actually. So let's open her up. Let's take a look. The guy I bought it from, he said the card is brand new. He's like, it's never been used. So let's take a look. So there we go. There's the card. I can clearly see there's not a speck of dust on this. This card has definitely never been used. And possibly another indicator too is that it still has the guard on the PCI Express connector for the card. So it also has all the plugs and the display port connectors. Like, if you look at the back of the card, like, there's no oil, there's no dirt, there's nothing. So this card, I do believe the guy, he says it's never been used. So anyways, guys, we're going to take this card, we're going to take it downstairs, throw it into one of the rigs. Essentially, this card should be able to get us close to 30 mega hash. So for a $300 Canadian card for 30 mega hash, it's a steal of a deal. And this will mine Ethereum, so we are good. Nothing else in the box. There's probably like a CD or something. Yeah, not much here, just a little manual. Little MSI paperwork. Reminds me of Red Panda, actually. And what else we got here? Just a couple stickers and stuff. Okay, cool, guys. Let me go throw that card down in one of those motherboards. Probably the new motherboard because I have a year warranty on it anyways. I'm gonna put it in that card, in that motherboard, and the other ones, it's an old board anyways. So there's no warranty I have to worry about on it. So I figure let's eat up the new board first. All right, good looking card. Fans, you can tell these are brand new, spin with no resistance whatsoever. Let's go throw this down in the rig. Okay, first things first, we're gonna pull out this. This is like some kind of old Sapphire card, and it literally is nothing. If it's a 1 gig card, I would be surprised. It's just a little card to power things up, test things. I sold everything else, but I just kept this one. This one doesn't really have any value other than just a little debugging card. So we'll pull that out, and now let's get a big boy in here. I haven't bought a graphics card actually, guys, since the end of July. I just checked the other night. I track all my expenses and stuff, and I have not bought a graphics card since the end of July. So this is the first edition of a card since then. I don't really like how this card's leaning over, but I do have a brace that I might actually set up on this rig in a couple minutes. I do have the brace over here on this unit, on this side, but probably what I'll do, I'll probably just unplug this. This is just some angled aluminum. I'll just stick it over here, and I'll make sure this card stays upright, stays vertical. I don't want to take any chances. I don't want to break the PCI Express connectors, and I definitely don't want to put any strain on them. Okay, let me get that bar set up and finalize, and then we're going to power this rig up. Check it out, guys. So I put the card in, and I just secured this piece of angled aluminum. I've secured it to the back of the frame over here. It's not perfect. I haven't really finalized the design yet, but it is holding the card vertical. It's holding it upright, and we have the RX570 mining in RaveOS right now. Let's go take a look at what it's getting for hash rates. So here we are in my RaveOS dashboard. You can see I have my 1050 Ti's. I have a Dell 3060 Ti here. This is red that I did not too long ago with a 1650 NVIDIA card. And here's the RX570 that we just put in that rig. Let's take a look. So you can see right now the card is getting 27.65 mega hash on Ethereum. And just so I'll give you a baseline of the settings. Any AMD RX570 or an RX580, you're pretty safe to start on these settings. 1250 core clock and 2200 memory clock. Very safe settings. All my cards are at least at that or above. I have not tried to overclock this card much further just yet, because I find the AMD cards in RaveOS, they don't seem to work as well as HiveOS. Now in the past, I have not even been able to overclock AMD cards in RaveOS, but I did do an update, a RaveOS update on this specific system here, and it appears that the overclock settings are taking effect. Yeah, you can see here 1250, 2200, and then 900 core. So these settings are taking effect, but in the past I've seen cards that for whatever reason RaveOS does not like to overclock AMD cards. And further to that, I believe that's because of the drivers here within RaveOS. You could see this just shows drivers AMD GPU. It's just very generic. But if I go back to my dashboard and I pick an NVIDIA card, for example, and I go to System Info, it actually has a specific driver version, like NVIDIA 460.67. So my suggestion, guys, would be to put all your NVIDIA cards in RaveOS, and the overclocks seem fine, no problem at all. I haven't had to flash any of my NVIDIA cards, but when it comes to dealing with the AMD cards, the RX570s, the RX580s, I would suggest running these in HiveOS, because you can download the firmware from the card, you can modify the firmware, and then you can re-upload it to the card, and you can get more speed out of the card. This card technically should be around 30 mega hash. I have not firmware modded this card yet, but again, I need to get it on HiveOS really to accomplish that. But yeah, so these are the speeds you're looking at, guys, on a stock card, stock RX570 in RaveOS. Just under 28 mega hash, and the settings are 1250 core, 2200 memory, and 900 core voltage. I have my target temp set for 48 degrees, so you can see it's maintaining the 48 degrees here, and you can see the fan percentage, so it's around 64-65%. I could get this down a little lower. I try not to crank the fans at 100%. It might help the card last a little bit longer. So yeah, if I set the fan at 65%, pretty much you would accomplish the same thing, right? But I'm just doing it based on temperature, because temperature seems to fluctuate a little bit in your house, in your basement. So there you go, guys. RX570. Right now in RaveOS, about 28 mega hash with these settings. And yeah, it'll do 30, but in order to make it do 30, I need to get into HiveOS. Alright guys, thanks for tuning in. There's more videos coming soon. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and I do have a Discord channel set up as well. Feel free to drop a link or like ask a question in the Discord. Alright guys, happy mining. Peace out.